Yes, I'm just gonna look at you all like this until until we're 1 minute into this. But actually, hold on. I thought let me take this opportunity to go and spray my bedroom. All right, we are officially a minute into this, and I'm gonna start now. Hi, my name is Barbara Dipukamalaboge, known on this platform as Barbs because Barbara is my first name, but I prefer to be called Dipuka because it is a better representation of the woman of my dreams. um, so, hi. As you have noticed, the title of this video is um, I heard that ghosting is sinful. And you see why I like to come on here after I've taken a shower. I look fresher than I did 30 minutes ago when I just woke up from a nap. And yes, I did take a nap. Um, and yes, I still will probably be able to sleep for the night. But anyway, ghosting sinful. So I came across a video yesterday from the Perrys. The Perrys are an American couple who are preachers, and they just create content around sharing the gospel and how Christians or people can or should navigate the how content that is helpful for Christians to navigate their Christianity in 2025. I found that content quite helpful. I'm a huge skeptic these days when it comes to content. I'm a huge skeptic because I'm trying to wean myself off of being, I don't want to say one of those because I don't want you to feel judged, but I'm trying to consume less content from like mega pastors and like these popular pastors from the States, and consume more content from my local church. So that's what I've been doing. But I came across content from the Perrys, and those two have very good heads on their shoulders. The things that they say are so insightful and so insightful and just like so they're just so eloquent and so good at expressing themselves, and their points are just so they just hit you and you're just like, oh my god, I did not think about that. So yesterday the video I came across was talking about how ghosting is sinful, and a specific woman, they were interviewing her and she was saying that, and that hit me like a ton of bricks because um, my trauma response has, for much of my life, been to ghost. Um, More in friendships than anything. And I think my problem is that when I say things like this, it seems like I say it without emotion. And it's like I come across as though I'm a cold hearted somebody. But it's not that I'm cold hearted. I think for the most part, I've always told myself that I don't know. I've always just told myself that. What have I told myself? I don't know. Situations have just become so complex in my life where I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna step back. And like I said, I hope if you're listening to this and you're hearing me laugh about this, you don't think that it's because I don't care. I do care. It's just that my immaturity a lot of the times has not allowed me to be able to speak up about something. I mean, in my culture, you can't just tell somebody, hey, I don't like how much you gossip, and then you tell them, I don't want to be friends with you anymore because you're so mean or you gossip a lot or whatever, you'd rather just stop talking to the person. And I think I've been guilty of that quite a few times where I just feel like my personal values no longer align with that particular person, and I just prefer to disappear into the darkness instead of actually saying to you what I do not like about you, or what your character defects are communicating to me, or how they are the clashing against my character defects. You know what I'm saying? So this has happened quite a few times, and when I saw that video yesterday, I just felt so attacked. It's just like, so I think for me and my journey of Christianity, I felt a lot of times like I'm taking one step forward and two steps back. As in, like, I could be feeling like I'm doing well. I'm reading my Bible in the evening. I'm going to church regularly. I don't cuss at people. I'm minding my own business. I'm trying to keep my life together, yada, 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 yada. And I do all that. Then I come across videos that tell me that ghosting is sinful, and I'm just like, oh my god, like, so all of these other things that I've done mean nothing now because I'm a sinner, because I've ghosted a few people a couple of times. So that's just one of the things that, like, it gets at me sometimes, even if it's not this example of ghosting. Like, sometimes I just discover that because I struggle with keeping my room clean or whatever. It's like cleanliness is next to godliness, therefore I'm a sinner, and all these other things that I've been doing. Like I said, one step forward, two steps back, and it gets to me sometimes because it feels like, will I ever just win? Will I just ever be just a good Christian? And notice I didn't say perfect. My goal is not perfection, although sometimes it might feel like I would love, um, although sometimes I feel like I would love to be perfect. But yeah, it's just, it gets really frustrating. And I think earlier I told myself, Tipuka, do you know that you're literally a year into being a Christian? Um, you're only a year into this, so even if your goal is perfection, you're not going to achieve it in a year, and it's okay. All of these things that you've realized that are pronounced sin, or that are marked as sinful, throughout the years you'll be able to, like, I don't know what I can say. You'll be able to repent. You'll be able to apologize if need be. You'll be able to do better, essentially. And that's just one of the things that I had to tell myself, and that I'm telling myself right now, that hi, Rome wasn't built in a day. And I think what we can be grateful for is the awareness now that um, that some of these things that you've always done and really thought that it's not that deep. Some of these things are sinful, and it's okay. You'll be able to work on it. Or rather, I think it's important for us to take one day at a time, to take one thing at a time. And like I said, the thing about the content that we consume on a daily basis is that it'll convince you that this is wrong with you, and then this is wrong with you, and then this is wrong with you, and this is wrong with you. I'm grateful that I don't struggle too much with how social media convinces you about your appearance and what you need. I think for me, social media convinces me more on the things that are wrong with me in terms of my character. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it gets to me. And um, that's why people end up just like drastically decreasing their screen time, if not like just minding their own business with the Bible. But even if you open the Bible, that's the thing, it's gonna just hit you like a ton of bricks that you are not doing this, you're prideful, you're this. Especially, like, not especially, but you could be reading the parables, the three parables, and you will discover that you are this, then you are this, then you are the lost coin, the woman with the lost coin, then you are this, then it's just, that's the thing. So Um, that's basically what I wanted to talk about today. That apparently ghosting is sinful, and if you've ever ghosted friends, if you've ever ghosted um, men, if you've ever ghosted women, if you're a professional ghoster, what this woman said exactly is that people require kindness. You have to treat people with dignity, and um, with that, it means that you have to be honest. And you know what they say about how as a Christian, when you communicate, even if it's something that's not nice, you have to be edifying. So I know these words just seem so heavy. Like, okay, is there a template? I guess the more you read the word, the more you um, have mentors, Christian mentors, and the like, you do learn how to communicate in a manner that's edifying. The more you pray and repent and ask God that He gives you the posture of Christ, the more your speech becomes edifying. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you guys again tomorrow, hopefully a little bit earlier. Good night.